I'm really glad with today's discussions. We have covered a lot of different topics. We have reaffirmed our commitment to fight Russian impunity in the context of accountability for war crimes committed as a result of the Russian aggression in Ukraine. And we have discussed different practical steps that can be taken by the EU and the EU member states in this context, including support for the establishment of the Special Tribunal for the crime of aggression. We had a guest, Michael Schmidt, who is the head of the Eurojust, and we have discussed cooperation with Eurojust in terms of investigating war crimes. The second topic of today was a legislative package that is going forward, which is the draft directive on insolvency. We had a very extensive, long discussion concerning different aspects of the future insolvency law. We know that adoption of this directive is important from the point of view of the development of the common market, single market, and competitiveness of the EU economy. And one interesting issue that was subject of deep discussion was the question of so-called package agreement. So it means basically whether, in the context of insolvency proceedings, you may adopt so-called prepackaged solution that is transferring the enterprise that is still in the operation together with all the contracts that this enterprise is having, or whether those contracts are being basically annulled, resolved as a result of this transaction in the bankruptcy proceeding. So there are countries which have that kind of a solution. It is the part of the solution proposed by the Commission and which is subject of negotiations. But there are some other countries that claim that it may endanger the freedom of contractual obligations, which is one of the major foundations of the civil law. We have also discussed issues concerning judicial independence and the rule of law, and it is an important topic not only from the point of view of the development of toolbox, how to protect rule of law in the EU, but also different threats that apparently appear in different member states. So whether these are, I would say, states with a long tradition of the rule of law protection, or whether these are countries that are having some, let's say, new problems with the rule of law, there are some ongoing challenges concerning judicial appointments, judicial independence, publication of judgments, role of the national councils of judiciary, also the impact of the artificial intelligence on the operation of judiciary. And also, during today's meeting of the Council, the Council has adopted, after the exchange of views with the director of the EU Fundamental Rights Agency, conclusions on the application of the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights, and the conclusions are specifically focused on how to best provide funding to promote, protect and enforce fundamental rights, and I'm really proud that we have achieved consensus regarding this. And even for me personally, it is quite important moment that Poland is involved into promotion of this and conclusion of this document in a situation when some time ago, more or less 15 years ago, Poland was in favor of so-called British-Polish protocol that was restricting the applicability of the Charter. So I would say situation has changed completely. And also Commission has informed about the UN Convention against cybercrime and the further process with this convention, as well as about the evolution of the EU-US negotiations on e-evidence agreement. I'm really happy that we could also continue to work on the conclusions approved under the Belgian presidency concerning strengthening judicial cooperation with third countries in the fight against organized crime. So we have a certain list of those countries that are selected for this cooperation. Commissioner McGrath is very much involved into different methods of collaborating with them, and I see that we are moving forward here regarding this. So to sum up, it was really very interesting, very fruitful day with a lot of conclusions, and we hope that after today's meeting we are moving forward to our next step, which is not only trialogues on different pieces of legislation, but also the high-level conference on the role of civil society in supporting rule of law, which is planned to take place in Warsaw on 22nd and 23rd April this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Commissioner McGrath, the floor is yours.